Well, hello there, people in the viewerverse. 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves, and I'm joined by Kurt. You right there, Kurt? This guy.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm doing good, and you?
Yeah, not so bad, mate. Not so bad, sir. All good. All good. So, Kurt, how's the app going, sir?
It is going good.
Got a lot of updating to do, haven't you? Lots of icons, lots of badges.
Yeah, and the process would have been pretty smooth yesterday. I think it only took me something like 2 hours to get everything updated, but I spent maybe 4 hours beforehand just getting my setup back up and running. Something broke and I couldn't unpack the game files, and I was sitting there banging my head on this silly problem, but it's done. I've got the latest expedition showing in the apps. The web version is obviously updated already, and the Android one is also available, and the iOS one is coming eventually whenever they decide. But yeah, so I got new items. I got the expedition showing. There's like 6 items that don't have names, but you can see what they are. They don't have images either, but the description shows what they are. So yeah, good stuff. I can actually get the number of how many new items were added.
Cool.
If I'm quick here.
No worries. Have you managed to get the app out on all platforms? Is it out on Apple and Android?
It's out on Android, but not on Apple. It was submitted to them yesterday, and we'll just have to wait and see. Actually, I don't have an email from them. So there is also a Windows version, and that you can download from GitHub. So that's
okay.
there.
I thought you gave up on the Windows one ages ago.
I gave up on the Windows Store, but there's an installer that you can download.
You see, we was having a conversation, people, just before the stream about whether it's Hello Games that have staggered the release of NoMansSky and the Expedition, or whether it could be the platforms that house it. So, you know, Sony and PSN, or the Xbox Store or Nintendo Store. And Kurt's saying it's probably more likely to be, you know, the software house's end, which is probably feasible and plausible. I mean, I wondered whether they staggered it mainly so they could deal with all the PC bugs, then get some of the console bugs, deal with those, and do it step by step rather than being inundated with a load of bug reports. It would just be nice if there was better communications, because like Kurt was just saying then, you know, like he gets notifications from the app stores if there's a problem with whatever he's submitting. I'd imagine Hello Games is getting that sort of thing from Sony and from Xbox and from Nintendo with an idea of how long the delay might be. And it wouldn't take much for them to just put out a tweet to say, just as a heads up, this is now on PC, it's now on Mac, but it's going to take an extra couple of days for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. We'll let you know as soon as it's updated. That would have been honky-dory. Yeah. Anyway, you got yourself a number now, Kurt?
Yes, it's 35 new items.
35 new items. Lovely.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Shall I share the screen and then I can show you which ones they are?
Go for it, sir. Go for it. Make it a little bit larger once it comes up. We've got a lot of people in the house right now. I've got 46 people viewing. Thank you very much. You do realise Summer Games Fest is on at the same time. Not that I want you to go over there, people, but yes, it is. But then again, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of games that are coming out that just look like mobile phone games for next-gen consoles. I'm like, what the fudge is that? I've been watching a few trailers and I haven't been impressed yet, so, you know, there you go. Let's hit watch stream, let's bring this up. I'll make this a bit larger on screen as well, people. Here we go. Boom. There we go. You just want to try talking, I'll just check your levels, Kurt.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, yeah. That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm just going to show that I don't actually have this view in the web version of the app. I should actually add that. But so of the 35 items added, we got, I think it was 3 posters. We got this Antland ID reactor.
Cool.
The robot parts.
Sweet.
Robot head.
9,000 Quicksilver. What?
Yeah.
9,000 units. Oh, okay. That's how much
it's worth. Units. Okay. I saw gold and went Quicksilver.
Yeah, same here. It came up quick, didn't it? And then, was that Quicksilver? No, cool.
Crystallized drone. That's the base building part.
Sweet.
I'm not sure what that is.
I think that's I don't know, actually. I was going to guess, but then I thought better of it.
Some more Atlas seeds.
Cool.
And then, yeah, the title.
Are they titles, are they?
They're jetpacks.
Oh,
Jetpack
okay.
exhaust override.
Alright,
So a couple of those. They're missing their images.
cool.
And then the solar helmet was, well, this is not a renamed version of solar helmet. This is a new item called the Wayfarer's helm. The solar helmet is still in the, it's been removed from the game files.
Right, okay.
But
So
new
it's a
ID.
new item, but it's pretty much the same model. It looks identical. Okay, sweet.
And then this is that update screen to see what's the latest update per platform that Gunther provides us.
Is that inside of the actual mobile app as well?
No. I fetched the Steam data for the mobile app, but not the rest of the stuff.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can see exactly when it updates. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If you had that on mobile, you could set a notification when yours updates. That'd be brilliant.
That's a good idea. All this data is coming from Gunther, which is in the NoMansSky Discord. He built the bot, and his bot is just feeding my servers the information, and then I display it on this page.
Well, that's very cool. I wonder if you could just get the app then to crawl this site rather than have to recode it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
All right.
I might do that.
Nice.
And then maybe look at the push notifications.
Yeah, that could work, couldn't it? That could be quite cool. That could be quite handy dandy.
And then the other thing I have to show you is the expedition.
Yeah, it's weird because inside the game files originally it was Crucible, and now they've changed the text there to the Singularity.
Yeah, I think they knew that we were going to data mine it, and they did it to troll us.
Get bags. Yeah. Then again, the Singularity probably is more in keeping and more in line with perhaps their 4-part arc. So. Very cool.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to go too much into the expedition because you can actually see the encrypted ones on the website. So like if you hover over it, then you can see what it's all about and what you get.
Sweet.
And these are based on the current community mission that the expedition depends on.
Okay, and some of those are the encrypted ones. I just saw you drop the link in there for that update. Look at you freaking multitasking ninja. Look at him.
I am
awesome.
fast.
Heck yes. Yeah.
I would paste this one as well. There we go.
There you go. He's spoiling you with quick links and all sorts of stuff. It's multi-talented. It took me half an hour just to get my camera in the right freaking place, didn't it?
No. Steve's very good at cameras. Professional All the way.
I was sitting on microphones. It's now on top of my laptop, people. It's precariously placed. It could fall at any time.
Yeah, I think that's one of the interesting things is the community mission. Yeah. So like in the past we had, let me just scroll down to this one. We had the loop research. Yeah. And then the expedition waited for the loop research to finish before it would move on.
Cool.
This time I don't know what it's called or what it looks like, so I just put in Singularity Expedition Research with the poster. Brilliant. So we'll just have to wait.
Something I want to say to people, if you do want to back and help support the app, I mean, you can see how much work goes into it. Kurt here's got an awesome Patreon page. I'm already subscribed over there. It just means he's going to get a constant bit of revenue coming in. Hit him up if that appeals to you guys.
Thank
awesome stuff. Yeah.
You get a little bit of insider information if you're a patron. I just I make those images available for everyone to download and use.
It's very handy for thumbnails and content creation.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want to get started on something specific or?
Yeah, so if that's everything that you've got for the app and all the latest updates for the app, I'm thinking now if we move into things that can only be found inside of the game files when it comes to the ARG, and Hello Games mentioned about there being layered things hidden inside of this update. So perhaps just cover off the stuff that people can't see with their normal eye peepers inside of the game. And after we've done that stuff, Kurt, maybe then we can move on to the stuff in-game, but we'll give people a warning, so if they do want to divert their eye peepers and remove their ear holes, they can.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tell me if you can see the Explorer. I don't know if I shared the screen or the window.
I can see a little window that's got spoilers, abyss, ARG, chat text, and 2 images.
All right, awesome. I think I'll start with the image that has been going on Twitter.
I saw this, and people have actually put it in game as well, haven't they?
Yeah, this is from that bomber boy. He did it so quickly. The day of the update, he was already posting about these.
Yeah, that bomber boy is so quick with stuff. I mean, even like those sound files that we decoded to say she sees through their eyes. Yeah, he dropped that. But this looks like the robot frame that we're building for ourselves, but it's wearing pajamas. It looks like a samurai.
He did confirm that it is different to the parts that we get.
Okay.
It's like, I think it's can't remember actually which parts he was saying was different, but it is different. And I did post the link now for that bomber boy on Twitter if you guys want to follow him. He's got good, juicy stuff and quick. But yeah, he did try and get it in game. I'm not sure if he actually succeeded, but he was struggling with it. Yeah. It was crashing his game, but I kind of feel that this is just like a placeholder, or maybe an idea that Hello Games had that they just didn't fully implement or finish implementing.
Right.
Is it? I don't know. How would a sword fit into NoMansSky when you've got laser guns?
Well, apparently it's got a piece of text on it that says NPC robot.
Yeah, that could very well be true.
I'll see if I can find it. It's on my Twitter. Somebody sent it to me over on a message. I'll see if I can get into my DMs and I'll put it up on screen for people in a second. So yeah,
in that case, it would just be a guy that you talk to.
Yeah.
A lot like the Spider-Man.
Here you go. So if I put this up, this was Oliver that sent me this over on the Twitter space, but it was Winder Sun that actually put it in game, and there's some pictures of it inside of game right there.
Winder Sun's a really good NoMansSky modder.
Yeah, he's done some freaking weird stuff.
Yeah,
it's very cool. And yeah, there it is again, slightly cleaned up without all the bits all over. But yeah, it's NPC robot apparently that it's been tagged as by, and that was that bomber boy that put that out as well. He's put out the screenshot of it too. Yeah, very interesting.
Winder Sun.
Doesn't look like the Void Mother though, does it? You know, I don't know.
That I mentioned it just now in passing, but that guy that we see in the trailer with the 6 legs, the robot with the 6 legs.
Oh yeah.
That guy in the game files is called Spider-Man.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, fine. That's what I'm going to be calling him from now on, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, it's also, if you switch back to my screen, it was Winder Sun also showed it.
In the Spider-Man's head on it. Really?
Yeah, put like
And that was Winder Sun as well. Oh, look at that.
Yes,
coincidences.
yes.
How lovely is that? In fact, I might call him Man Spider, just to be different. Hello there, Man Spider. Go on. Brilliant.
It's just, and he's also called Nexus Spider. His spawn specific is Nexus Spider.
Nexus Spider.
He's part of the diplomats.
Ah, fair enough. Very cool.
There we go. All right, so that's a cool NPC then.
Yeah, so that's inside the game file. So that's not real. That's sort of secret scroll stuff that's been layered into the game files, people. Oh, what have we got here? This looks like a shed load of numbers.
Yes, this is also from that bomber boy. He uncoded all of the ARG secrets.
Okay.
We weren't really talking about it, or didn't want to talk about it publicly, because that bomber boy figured this out. I think if I go back in the Discord, it was before I even got the app update out. He was already posting all of this. But I think it's probably fine to talk about it since it's all over Twitter now without hashtag spoilers. So.
Okay, so it's out there. People can see this if they're looking, or even if they're not. Great. Okay, and this is still inside the game files, but it is also inside of game. But there's a lot of decoding to be done. Yes. So these codes, where do they appear inside of the game, Kurt?
So you'll see codes like this. The hexadecimal codes pop up sometimes when you talk to or when you interact with things.
Okay.
I think there's quite a few places where they pop up. And so then once you paste these into like a hex to text, then you'll get things like void prime coming from this.
So the hexadecimal to text. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember on the old SNES days, I used to have this disk drive that went on top. And you put your cartridge in, you put a floppy disk in the side, and it would turn it all into hex and put it over to the disk. But you could mess with the hex code and kind of mod the game. It was great fun. So, yeah.
Oh wow! So you could find like the point where your currency is saved, and then just change the number to something higher, and then.
Yeah, had a hex editor. It was great fun. It was called the Wildcard 32DX. You could just hire a game out from Blockbuster, stick it onto a floppy, and play it for a few more days or whatever.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah, it was very cool back in the day. Okay, right, so we've got We Do Not Need You. That's pretty cool. Void Prime. What? I've heard of Korvax Prime, but Void Prime? Does that mean that maybe Korvax Prime still exists in the void, perhaps? Okay. Life is never extinguished. The data remains. We will remain. That's a bit like Einstein's theory of energy, isn't it? Life, energy just gets converted and continues on. I like that. They've kind of reworded that one. Out of nothing, we will rebuild us. She will rebuild us. Ho, ho, ho. Oh yeah, thank you for making that bit bigger. My eyes are shite. Okay, we will never see home again. Out of nothing she will rebuild us. Life is never extinguished, the data remains. We will remain. A new Atlantid is coming. Ooh. We are a lifeboat. Autopilot locked, reaching destination in error years. Evacuation failed, lifeboats lost, all converted. The whole world burned. Wow. What is shell but vessel? Of silicon, glass or metal? A crystal, a planet. They awaken from the void. They all awaken in response. In unison. Our own should convergence. What the fudge? Crimson Soul, Void Mother, Abyss, Lost, The Glass, Atlas, It Lies, Souls Listen, Echo Glass, What Are You? Glass, Here's the Sun. Okay, that's cryptic stuff. That's a lot to digest. Now, obviously, I'm no freaking genius. I'm probably not going to crack this. But what I can do is think about this and see how it relates into some of the lore that we've already got. Obviously, that's going to take me some time. I'm going to need a few cup of teas before I crack anything in this. And then it's just going to be speculation, theory, and linking it to logical things and patterns in game. But saying that, Bomber Boy's had this out there for a while on your Discord. Has anybody come up with any theories?
I think there's quite a few theories. I think there's a lot of people that stitch this together in more of a chronological order and like theories. But you're putting me on the spot. I don't have an idea of who did it. I just read it.
No, that's cool. And this is all over on your Discord, is it, Kurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's in our Discord if you know where to look.
If you guys want to get more involved in the ARG, if you've got some ideas that you want to share out there, you're probably best to dump it into Kurt's sort of Discord and join over there. I think I'm already on your Discord. I've joined so many bloody Discords, I don't know. But I need to get more involved in this because I'm thinking every time that we get some sort of revelation or we manage to unravel some of this code or make sense of it, it'd be nice to do a follow-up podcast because it seems to be that there's going to be 4 parts to this. We're on part 2. And this could be an ongoing thing, and I'd love to work alongside you and your Discord to try and get more from it. Oh, you've got more already. Look at this. Okay, cool.
So this is from the person who created the Atlas Codex.
Sweet. Can you make that a little bit bigger?
Yeah. There we go.
Sweet. Okay.
So they were around from, I think it was like 3 years ago that they were around. You could load your discoveries onto it, and then they unfortunately had to take their site down because it was just costing too much. But they're in the process of coming back, and as a fun little side project, they just started this arg.atlascodex.space. So there's also a pretty good place to go to see what's currently been collected.
Like it. Various hex messages displayed in the game during the expedition so far. So yeah, there's lots of different methods that Hello Games and also the ARG makers put into the actual ARG in Wake in Titan. One of them was Hex Code, another one was Rot 13, the other was like the audio graphical translation that we had to use on those sound bites that came out the other day. there was quite a fair few. I mean, there's the ones I can think of off the top of my head. So, yeah. Oh, I just saw a little message pop up from. No, it doesn't matter. Cool. All right. So yeah, we'd never see home again. Out of nothing we shall rebuild us. Life is never extinguished. The data remains. She will remains. A new Atlantis is coming. We are a lifeboat, autopilot locked, reaching destination in airy years. Evacuation failed. Lifeboats lost. All converted. The whole world burned. Okay. And that's where you get the hex codes from those floating orbs in space that you can blow up, I guess. I guess you can interact with them as well.
That picture got big.
Very cool. That's what you said.
Oh,
okay,
no,
cool.
It opened a new link, that's why.
Okay, cool. Nice.
There we go.
The Void Mother is hidden in binary in a patch notes image. The same is also in the game. Autophages of binary text. Okay.
So it was this image.
No way! The zeros and ones in the background say
yes.
The Void Mother.
Yes.
No! Which freaking eagle-eyed... Wow!
There's actually a few people. Well, Nova Ghost was one of them. I'm not remembering. I think we liked a bunch of them. It was something... Yeah, Sully Kiwi. I think he was the first.
Oh, he hit me up. He sent me a message, and he's put in all of his theory around what he thinks is going on here. Yeah, I've got that on one of my pages as well. I'll see if I can find that from Sully.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you hear the hidden messages within the audio that you were talking about just now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's the. She sees through their eyes. That was actually fun, decoded that one. That was cool. I had to go myself because the chappie told me which website to use. Prime One, I think his name was. And I went over there and did it myself. It was freaking cool. I did a video on it where I credited him just in case I got his name wrong. But this is what I got from Sully Kiwi. So he hit me up. He said, all the translated messages seem to suggest that there was some sort of ARC, Void Mother, that escaped the cataclysm of Korvax Prime. I think the Atlas might have risen from the planet and destroyed it in process. The Void Mother was an escape plan. The ARC, they're all saying that this data was destroyed, but life will continue. The autophages, I think, are just hosts. They're robots with the memory and given free will. But by who? Once they were a hive mind of Korvax Prime, converged with no need for free will, then diverged when the Atlas rose, intercepted by the Atlas Sentinels when they fled. So some escaped to the void on the arcs, but the Atlas resurrects the fallen autophages one by one and gives them free will, an illusion visage of their past. Yep, there you go, Sully. I've hit a heart up on that one. Thank you very much. That was pretty cool. Cool. So yeah, it looks like there are theories already starting to build around this, which I love all this stuff. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's also worth it to go to the original forum, this Atlas, Atlas 65.
This was all to do with Waking Titan. I've been delving around in this not so long ago because I wanted to familiarise myself to the Waking Titan ARG. I just watched Cobra and L plays going mental over all this stuff back in the day. And I never really took part in it. It was beyond me. It went over my head, half the stuff that was going on, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit more clued in now, but back then it was like, yeah, rock on, lads. I'll just watch.
Well, you can see here, if you go to the homepage, there's the data mining and then the Singularity Expedition data mining.
Oh, they've started this? So they've got all this going on the Atlas?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, this is probably a good little avenue for it too. So hit up Kurt's Discord, but also come over here because these guys are freaking wizards. They're wizards at this stuff. But then again, you've got your own host of wizards over on yours too, like that Bomber Boy and...
Oh, well, that Bomber Boy is active on here as well, so...
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
A lot of people active here. And then the NoMansSky modding Discord as well.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to sign up over there. Nice one.
Curious about the alphabet.
I just checked to see if Kurt's dropped the link in the live chat. Guess what? He has! It's there! You can hit that up. He's a freaking ninja with those links, is Kurt.
So fast.
Heck yes.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun activities for you to do if you're interested in delving deeper into the ARG.
Brilliant. Okay, sign me up. Well, I'll do it myself. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I'll be in there. I'll have a look. I don't know whether I did sign up on this ages ago. If I did, it would have been on my old Land of Shadows account. No, I'll have to re-sign up. Cool.
I think I've posted on your maybe once or twice for the NoMansSky alphabet when I made that alphabet website.
Oh,
and then, yeah. And then not again. Now I'm just browsing.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'll be browsing more than adding. It's still, I mean, this stuff is quite technical, but I guess if I ever do a video or something that covers the Atlas site and what they're doing, at least I can share the link on there for them to see that they get a mention.
Awesome.
Yeah, all good stuff. So is that everything that's been data mined now, or is there more?
I think that's probably the main stuff.
Okay.
We can look at like this is kind of what people do when we data mine NoMansSky is we look through the language files and we just print everything out in whatever language that you want. I'm obviously going to do it in English, and then you kind of just scroll through the file and read it, and then if something catches your eye, then you go, okay, and I'll read the sentence. Ooh, well, there we go. Shell lost. Where shell lost? Lost. But it's a lot to go through, and it's obviously a lot of it is just normal in-game text like reconsider, which sounds like an option in a dialogue tree. So,
yeah, that's where you choose your head towards phase 5, which I've seen on countless live streams now, and a lot of this I've seen on live stream. A lot of it comes from Spider-Man on the Nexus, or Man Spider. Yeah, he chats all this sort of stuff out to you. So there you go, people. So there's a lot of this that's inside of the game, and it is going to be, put out to you once you get to run the expedition. So I think this is where we need to say at this point, everything that we're going to be divulging here is going to be in-game, yeah?
Yeah, that's fair.
So divert your eye peepers and ear holes if you want to run the expedition and not have anything spoiled for you. Go on. And have you got quite a lot in-game, or is that it, that text file that just came up?
That is most of it. Yeah, this hasn't been like categorized nicely by anybody. This is just as it appears in the game files in the order that they appear.
Cool.
So yeah, it might be a bit too much to go through. Ooh,
yeah.
Rare.
Yeah, it's fair enough. To be honest, I think we've kept this fairly expedition spoiler free, and that's probably the best way to do it. And we've given all the things that people would have to have the PC version, be able to know how to dive into all the folders, how to strip things out, how to understand them. And we've given you snippets of the best that's been over on Discord and everywhere else. But there's probably going to be more over on the Atlas and also on Kurt's Discord. So if any of this interests you, if you want to be a little bit of a NoMansSky sleuth and try to do all these clues and trying to understand what's going on and be an investigator, jump on over, get involved, even share your theories and ideas. They might make it onto next week. Well, I'm not going to say week. I don't know whether we're going to do this weekly. But on the next 1616 podcast, whenever that happens, normally it happens on a Sunday at 16:16 p.m. Today I didn't. I'm in London this weekend, so it couldn't be done this weekend. And we wanted to bring this out while it was still very relevant and bring it to you in a nice, condensed, easy to understand format.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we did well.
You did well. I've just sat here. I've just listened. So yeah, thank you very much for all your hard work and efforts there, Kurt. And yeah, hopefully I can jump in at some point when it comes out to PlayStation 5 and cover it off on my channel. Do a playlist, do some guides, do some walkthroughs, that sort of stuff. But hope you guys and viewerverse are enjoying it.
I'd be quite keen to see the ideas that you come up with once you start experiencing this in game, because when you have all the info just thrown at you, then it's just you just can't think creatively about anything.
That's it.
And when you're working through the game and you have like you're just going through the motions, you actually feeling those events, then you'll have some really cool ideas.
Well, what I'm seeing is people are completing this within 5 hours, not five weeks. So I think after I've completed, it's only going to take me 2 days tops to get all my videos out, maybe even do a review, and then you've got 5 weeks of thumb twiddling and trying to get to the bottom of ARG stuff. But yeah, it could be fun. There's a lot to be. I mean, they give us one emoji, and we can make like a video that's an hour long on one freaking emoji. So now we've got all these lines of code, and most of it is all about the void, which is It's my thing.
And a lot of references to the glass.
Yeah. It's I need to go lock myself in a cupboard for a while, or a cold shower, one or the other. Yeah, cool. All right.
That is also
good.
You mentioned 5 weeks. The expedition does end on the 12th of August.
No, that's September. The 7th is not August. That's 8th.
Sorry,
that's
July.
The 8th month, mate. Calendars
Yeah,
and stuff. Look
yeah.
at him. He does all this coding and stuff, and then the calendar gets him.
August should be the 8th month. We all know this.
There we are. Yeah, Leo. Yeah.
Anyway, so July, 12th of July.
Cool. Lovely jobs. Cool. But there you are, peeps. So hopefully we get it on PlayStation 5 before that date.
Yeah.
And on Switch. It's out on Xbox now, people. Everybody out there that's on Xbox, if you haven't already jumped in, check your downloads. It's there for Xbox. All versions of Xbox have now got the update. So there we are. Well, I like your background that you had there, all that wavy-davy sound type looking. Oh, look at that! What's that?
Oh, I think that's just the default with Opera GX.
That's beautiful.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, don't use Opera, but nice, very cool, very swanky.
So yeah, I still haven't got anything for PlayStation. So sorry, Steve.
Let's have a look at my Google page. There you go. I got like some boring planets on mine. Yeah, yours looks better. Opera wins.
Don't say that. I didn't do any customization. I'm lazy.
Yeah, fair enough. I chose the theme. I chose a NoMansSky theme, and then the author took it away, and then these planets appeared instead. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll keep that. So what was that you were saying about you haven't managed to do something just yet, nCaptainSteve? Or the idea for this, the scrubbing of that?
The scrubbing?
Well, sort of like grab it, stick it in your app.
Oh yes, I haven't done that yet, but it is actually very easy to do. If anyone else wants to use this information, it's all over here. If I scroll down, so this is the backend where anyone can talk to my backend and get the data.
They can talk to your backend. Okay.
That's right.
Sounds very kinky.
And if you just go to this URL or make a GET request to it, then you'll get all the Steam depots, the GOG version, the PS4, PS5, Switch.
And you just make this open to everybody, so if they wanted to take the code that you've spent years and months writing, they could rip off your app in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't phrase it like that.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go, people. Don't do that. But
I mean, we've got a lot of websites like this one for people to make use of. So if you wanted to show a game item on your website, you could do assisted NMS item info tile, give it an app ID or a game ID, and then it would render it. Or you want to show community mission progress or expedition progress or the NoMansSky.
Oh, the Byte Beat player thing. Yeah, the radio where I've got adverts in it and everything.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So that's all available there. I could go on about how many websites we have.
Okay. That's sweet.
But there's lots of things available.
Even made me a website a little while ago, he did. That's very good. It's the old curve.
It's right.
Yeah. Oh, there we go, people. Oh, and another reminder, we've got the NoMansSky meetup happening in the August bank holiday towards the end of August. Over here in
28th.
the UK. 28th, yeah. And,
That one.
Kurt's going to be there.
27th.
Kurt's doing the raffle. You still got the raffle book from last year.
I've still got the raffle book, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Doing some prep work on what the prize will be or what some of the prizes will be, what I'll be bringing. So
cool.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I've been printing 3D printed Atlas passes as part of raffle prizes. I'm hoping to have enough there for everybody that attends, but who knows. Well,
It's going to be awesome.
This is all good stuff. Shall I make me a new larger on the screen for a second? There you go. There you can see
Yeah.
So
I can also stop sharing.
I think that's pretty much everything we've got, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. If there's more, we could always have another podcast.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. So if you do come across more, if you come across some juicy goss, or then make headway on any more of this stuff coming into game or whatever, just hit us up. Let us know when you're free to do another podcast, and we'll put something together.
Ah, awesome.
Sweet.
I think there is going to be more. I think Hello Games knew that we were going to data mine. I think the Crucible picture shows that.
Yeah.
So they've only given us what they want to give us. So
Very true. And those sound files weren't exactly that well hidden, were they? They were just sitting in the Apple Mac folder.
They were begging to be found and looked through, and
I hit up Tim Woolley. I sent him a message saying, you know that ARG you did, and you sent tapes out to Cobra, because they actually sent the physical tapes and stuff, didn't they, to content creators? Like,
oh wow!
Here's my home address. Boop. Just in case. And I pinged Jason Plays, and Jason Plays goes, "I'm doing the same." So we'll see if something appears in the physical world. It's probably not going to happen, but it'd be nice if it does. It'd be nice to resurrect some of the memories from the old ARG. If you don't ask, you don't get. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens.
You should also just invite him over for a cup of tea.
I've done that before in one of my videos. Did you've seen the video, haven't you?
Yeah.
That was a shameless plug, but it was bloody funny. Yeah. God. Oh well, could have happened, didn't happen. Oh well, shame. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Anyway, we might as well wrap this up then. Not that I want to. I could talk to you all freaking night. So. And you guys in the viewerverse, I've neglected the live stream a little bit just because we had so much to get through, but I normally do a little scan anyway, and I look for question marks, anybody asking any questions, and what I've seen is pretty much people throwing out little statements and putting down what they think in there, but I have not seen any questions that have jumped out to us apart from anyone having issues with Xbox. Other than it looks like you can put cigarettes out on it. No, not really. I haven't got one. So no, have you got an Xbox, Kurt?
No, I don't.
No. What
I got no consoles.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. Hello Games have started putting out all these bug fixes for PC because that's the only platform it's really on, and Mac. But now they're going to start getting all the issues with Xbox. I think, oh, shite.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, man, can you imagine when it hits Switch? Because Switch are already having a nightmare. I really hope they've got some fixes in the work for Switch to at least make it playable or stable for a couple of hours play, fun times.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, not seeing any other questions. That was the only question mark I saw in there. If any of you have got any questions, hopefully you've posted them right now at the bottom. Still not seeing anyone. Love a technical back end, says James MC. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I can get a bit too excited about the websites and the technical stuff. I gotta remember to keep it simple.
Yeah. Well, I think you do a very good job of taking something that's probably not appealing to everybody. I mean, let's face it, not everybody is built with a coding mind. But the way that you present it is always in a graphical way for these streams, and I really appreciate that. I mean, I jumped over to your YouTube where you do a lot in the background as well, and you put a lot of different cuts in there, a few little GIFs. You make it quite funny. Yeah. You're actually a really cool coder. That's not normal. There's not cool coders. This man's a cool coder.
It took so much effort.
Yeah,
I like that kind of content. That it's a bit overbearing, so many flashing lights, moving stuff. So yeah, I try to do the same with the code, because code's boring to look at.
Yeah, well, I like it when you come over here and you tell us all the things that are the latest coming in. You don't tell us about all the hardships you had trying to get it there like you do on your channel. If people want to see that, check out Kurt's channel. Not that you've done one for a little while now, is it? But,
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I think you get a sense of how busy this man is. But yeah, it's all cool. And you've got a few people that help you out from time to time as well, haven't you, over there?
Yeah. Yeah, they're essential because they keep me grounded. They help me when I have questions. And maybe one more thing to share, which is exciting. Let me share my screen again.
Cool.
We have been getting more people joining the NoMansSky social.
Oh, Mastodon.
Yes, the Mastodon.
Cool. I'm over on Mastodon. There you go. I'll go hit watch stream. There you go. Bang. There you go.
Let me do an incognito because yeah. Oh, maybe not. All right. Please hold on. Your call is important. I want to change it to not advanced mode because it looks a bit crazy. There we go. So there's some new bots on here. I don't know if you've noticed when I've been tweeting out when there's a new update to the Steam depots.
No.
It's the priest entity Nada bot that is tweeting out, or tooting out in this case.
Cool.
And they will say like, oh, I've detected a disturbance in another reality, and they'll include a little image of like what's been happening on the Steam branches.
And that's kind of procedurally typed text that you've formulated, isn't it, from different phrases?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I like that.
For presetting now, it's very similar. And we also have what am I looking for?
I probably only jump into Mastodon maybe once every other week. I'm not going to lie. Too much social stuff going on, but I know that you've built me a bot in there that automatically posts my videos in there, which is lovely.
Yes, and also for Ricey's stuff is also automated.
Cool.
He missed 100%. Very naughty bot.
Well, they did fiddle with the back end for that one, didn't it? It freaking spiked. It just went beep. 95 then 100. It's like how I used to count when I was a kid when you're playing like hide and seek or stony. 1, 2, miss a few, 99, 100. Come in.
They were quite naughty with that, weren't they?
Yeah, they slowed it right down for about 3 weeks. They put it to half speed, and then it would jump from 89% up to 95. Then it jumped from 95% to freaking 100%. It was, yeah. Look at that at the end. Look. The boom straight to 95, and then bang up to 100. Snooky.
Very naughty.
Yeah, it's definitely not driven by community endeavor. It's controlled solely by Hello Games.
It's partial. It's partially. Because if it was completely Hello Games, then it would be way straighter.
Yeah, but, maybe. Yeah,
they do influence it.
If you look at the change times, they're always around 10 a.m. in the morning. So I think somebody comes in, and it's probably they're around 10. It seems to be not there. If you go down to just where it's sort of like flat, you'll see that it's before midday. It's usually 9 or 10 o'clock. There's some poor sod job probably as soon as they get in the office, make a cup of tea, and go and update the server.
Yeah, this is also localized to your time zone, so it'll look a little bit different. I'm like 1 hour ahead of you, so.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I spot patterns in it, but then it is what it is.
So yeah, that's what's been going on the Mastodon. I'm quite proud of Pre-Sensitive Nada. He's doing a good job, or she, they.
I really like the Starfield in the background. I like all the work you put into this to make it feel like a decent little NoMansSky hub. And it's an alternative to Twitter. I know some people are getting disheartened with Twitter. If you are disheartened with Twitter and you're trying to find a new social place that's just pretty much NoMansSky, none of the political stuff that you see, perfect place. Jump over.
My Twitter bot is still blocked on Twitter. So
yeah, a bit of a shame. I still love Twitter, but I am warming to Mastodon. I do try to pop over a little bit more often than normal. It's just that, Hello Games' Twitter is the one that I'm watching. I log into Twitter at least once a day. I log into Mastodon, like I say, maybe once a week, maybe every other week, but it's not as often as I should.
We do have him posting, so we have a way for his tweets to get into Mastodon. So you can follow Sean Murray, the bot, on Mastodon, and then you'll see all of his stuff in here.
Mastodon, there's the app. Logging in right now. Which camera?
I wish I could put the Starfield on the app. That would be so cool.
Yeah, doesn't look a swish on the app, does it? Right, let's search. Let's have a look for Sean Murray then. There he is, Sean of the Murrays. Follow. Yes, I'm now following him.
There we go.
How do you turn the blinking notifications on here? Maybe I've turned them off for the whole app. But yeah, following him now anyway. That's done. Done. It's a cool app. It's easy. I think it's actually easier to read the text on here than it is on Twitter. With that nice sort of navy blue background and the white text, it really pops. Yeah, have to make more.
Also very customizable.
I make more of an effort to jump into Mastodon rather than Twitter, I think. Cool.
Look at this. Your video was here 7 hours ago. Crazy.
Crazy. Oh, nice. Lovely stuff. Coolio. Well, cheers for that, Kurt.
Pleasure.
Cool. Righto, peeps. So I've said we're going to end off a few. This is pretty much typical of my channel, though. Until you see the credits roll, we've not gone. There we go. Or until I say goodbye, and goodbye again, then that's a good indication. Even though I said it then, doesn't mean I'm ending. Should we end?
You should just end suddenly.
Yeah. Goodbye, people. Have a good one. Is there anything else you want to say? No, he's already waving. He's waving.
I'm not going to interrupt again.
Goodbye. Goodbye again, people.
Bye.